I knew that thing slowed down. Honestly, I know you guys aren't going to believe me. When I started that countdown, it was like, yeah, fast, fast, fast. And after like 3-4 seconds, it just slowed down. But still, hey, it's Tuesday at 6 p.m. on the West Coast or left coast, however you want to call it, 9 p.m. over on the East. It's time to have a little bit of fun tonight. Now, as you know, we don't have a guest. Here, let me fix this. It's just going to be me talking to you guys. Like I said earlier in a video I filmed, I want to get outside of that comfort zone of having a guest because I'm kind of horrible by myself and alive. So I want to get more comfortable with it. But before we get into what we got to talk about tonight, and we have some very, very interesting things to talk about, let's just go through the roll call like we usually do and see who's here nice and early. Becky, how are you? So, would that make you my trophy sister-in-law? Just asking. Just asking. Will, my brother, how are you? Steven, I'm glad you're here, dude. I kind of got something in the mail today for my Space Wolf Force. The latest scope of Ragnar Blackmane. I couldn't wait to get him assembled, so yeah, glad you popped up, bro. All right, let's keep moving. Bill Rivers, how you doing, man? I had to shoot a couple vids today, and you may or may not be mentioning them, Bill. And yes, I remember the 8-ball. But still. Travis, how you doing? Praying for your incredible better half, hoping everything's good, man, What do we got? Hang for back prayers from Mickey. Son of a bitch. I'm sorry, man. Oh, was that the one on CNN? Weren't they talking about that? And Fox and everything talking about that deputy? Dude. I'm so sorry, man. I really am. I'll admit, it was a bitch to put together. It really, really was. The wolf pelt up top really didn't want to connect. And oh, my God. But still, I'm happy with how it looks. I can't wait to put paint on the miniature. And, there we go. Okay. So, let's get into the fun part. All right. As you may have seen in the description box, talking about scammers, BS, scared family, and trying to have some fun with it. All right. We live in this incredible day and age. Keep me updated, please. Seriously. In this incredible day and age where anybody can go out there, they can do a little research, connect known family members, and start making phone calls like the one I got the other night. Now, I'm not super close with my family. Okay. I was wondering when you would get that. So I get this phone call yesterday from the parental units. Hey, Lady L, I see you. And I'm like, are you okay? Because they never, ever, ever, ever call me. Ever, 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 ever call me. Okay, yeah, it sounded familiar, bro. It really, truly did. Prayers for his family. Prayers for your community, and prayers for all of you first responders. You guys do amazing work every single night that often goes unheralded. And I really love you guys and what you do, Chris. So like I said, I get this phone call. And I'm like, are you all right? And I get this response back. No, are you? And what are you into? And I'm like, oh, this is going to be one of these fun phone calls. Okay, well, I start thinking. And I'm like, the last time I was behind bars in a holding cell was 1995. I have been pretty clean ever since. Haven't really wanted to break that streak at all. And I'm like, I'm not into anything. What the fuck? And I get this, well, Skagit County, which is kind of where I'm at. I've never really hid that. I'm in Skagit County, Washington. Called my cell phone looking for you. And I'm like, the fuck? Why would Washington, basically I'm Canada Light where I'm at, call down Portland, Gresham area in Oregon? We're talking driving distance, huge distance, okay? And they said they have a civil suit against me and they can't get a hold of me. The phone number they're dialing just rings through. And I'm like, well, that's bullshit. Because, like, I'm basically paying, I think it's T-Mobile up here now that merged with Sprint or some shit like that. I'm basically paying them $110 a month to have something to surf the internet on. And what we got here? Appreciate it. We'll talk after, bro. I get it. I get where you're at, but we'll talk after. Seriously. So I start thinking, and instantly my head just instantly goes to, well, when I was cleaning my room, I found a jury duty summons, and I can't remember if I got out of that one or not. I am going, well, that was last summer, so if there was a warrant for my arrest for missing jury duty, kind of think Skagit County cops would have been on my front door by now. You know, I've never gotten any paperwork, anything like that. So I'm like, the hell? You're going to love this story, man. You really, truly are. You're going to love this. So I call my better half, and I go, you got any BS going on? Because we've had a very interesting past, and I'm not really going to go into it right now. It seems like we're finally done cleaning up past mistakes, and we're moving forward to new mistakes. Knowing me, you guys understand that. She's like, no, what's going on? So we talk, and she goes, well, the easiest way to find out if you've got a warrant is to call the county clerk, call the courthouse. I'm like, not in the mood for that right now because it's later on at night. If I do have one, you're going to have to spend 8 hours in a cell to qualify for a day. I am not in the mood to spend night inside a holding cell. I'm not in the mood for it. So I told her, I'm like, yeah, don't call the cops. Don't do anything. If they wanted me to, they come and got me. So like 5-10 minutes go by. I call, the parental units back and go, I need more information. I'm like, did a phone number pop up? Because most of you know, and most of you have been around anything government related, when you get a phone call from a government office, whether it's local, federal, whatever, it will say where it's coming from. Dispute rejected. Damn, bro, I'm sorry. Even though you have permission from the artist, that's messed up. That's really messed up. Like I said, so it normally comes up with caller ID. Like, if you're in a township, it'll say whatever township. It'll say, U.S. government. It'll say something. So the parental units are like, nope. I'm like, so did they leave you a name? Nope. How about a case number? Nope. I'm like, that kind of sounds like it's a scam. I'm like, don't worry about it. I'm not doing anything wrong. I haven't done anything wrong. That really sounds like a scam to me. Because you guys know those things go around. Like, right around tax time, you'll get phone calls from the IRS saying you have back taxes that are due. And if you don't settle them right now, they're going to arrest you right on the spot. But you can only pay them via debit or credit card right now on the phone. So I get that done with the parental units. And my phone rings. It's my better half. Yeah, you're thinking what I'm thinking. All right. I answer the phone. I went, so is this the part where you tell me you called the courthouse? And she did. There's no wants, there's no warrants. It's a scam. And the courthouse basically said the same thing that I said. They're not going to call you and go, we are trying to sue you. We're trying to give you a summons. They're going to mail paperwork to you. They're going to get a hold of you. And if there's a warrant, you're going to get a knock on your door with some guys in either a green uniform, a tan and green uniform, blue uniform, black uniform. They're going to be there going, you, give me here. So I got to call the parental units back and go, yeah, it's a scam. We called the courthouse. Don't worry about it. Not more than 30 minutes later, I get a phone call from my younger little sister. And I'm like, I already know what this is because I did the little people search. I see where it says possible family, possible areas where you lived. Unfortunately, I used to be a bill collector. So I know how to look people up and do the skip tracing via various sources. It's my little sister. Pick up the phone. The first word she said to me is, what are you into now? I'm like, Can't anybody in my family just understand I haven't done anything wrong in years? I mean, why is your first thing always, what did you do? What are you under warrants for? What do you have paper on? What do you have this? I'm like, I messed up once in my life and figured out I'm not good at this being dumb thing. Let's not be dumb. You know? Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Or all those wonderful emails you get like Yahoo and AOL that says, FedEx, we've got a package out for delivery, but you need to click here to confirm that this is your address. I got one of those the other day and I giggled and I went, yeah, nothing about anything that I have delivered is tied to Yahoo. I have that so I can stuff all that damn spam BS out there, you know? Welcome to some connect. Waiting for... I don't know why that doesn't surprise me, Lady L. I don't know. It just doesn't surprise me. So I love the fact that you can do a people search, start making phone calls, and freaking out family members. So I spent most of last night trying to tell people, I've done nothing wrong. I don't want to do anything wrong. I would like to see my children grow up and move out of the house if I don't kill them first. And if anybody's freaking out about that, anybody watching in the background, you know I'm not going to touch my children. It's a joke. I don't need yet another phone call to CPS going, we've seen his videos. We're scared for his children. Yay. Actually, that's my AOL account, but still, Iron Wings. That's my AOL account. Not that I'm confirming or denying anything. Dagan, how you doing, brother? So yeah, that's how I've spent most of my night and part of today telling family members, just tell them it's a scam. Tell them to fuck off. I haven't done a damn thing wrong. I know. Shocking. I know. I'm too old to even be thinking about orange jumpsuits. Now, that's a good point. That's a really good point, Becky. Seriously. Oh my god. Or I'm thinking, yeah, Lady L. So did they have like free puppies on the side of the van or free candy? Just asking. Man. Oh, but man, I'm currently working with, how can I put it? I'm currently working to bring 3 different things to a live feed. Dagan, I may need your help with one. If you're up for it, that is. Hey, Garrett Bailey, how are you? The one big one I'm trying to put together is getting a bunch of YouTubers together for a Hot Ones challenge. You know, the hot wings that get progressively worse. And I know that there's some people out there who can't handle it. So I'm going to be talking to Jersey Joe and have him kind of like being the trivia guy, throwing out questions as we're suffering, seeing if we can do it, you know? And Chris, honestly, I caught a 24-hour ban on Instagram for telling someone in a live feed to Sierra Tango Foxtrot uniform and quit crying about it. 24-hour live feed, because 24-hour ban because I was bullying them. Where's my coach? Oh, dear God. That's kind of cool. Yeah, like I said, I'm putting together that Hot Ones challenge. Now, I know the season hot wing sauces, they're pretty spendy for all of them. It's like $127 on Amazon. But I'm looking at putting that together so we can all suffer and make everybody laugh and have a good time. So if you're up for it, Dagan, let me know. Send me a message. We'll talk. See if we can't, have you back on and make me cry again like that damn one chip. Never, ever, ever again. See, it just reminds me of Jersey Joe. Nope. Don't go to cops. Don't go to cops. Don't talk to cops. Warrant. And I love that line from The Sopranos. How do they say it in Polish? Warrant. Joe and I had a good laugh about all that last night. The other thing I'm looking at doing, and I addressed this in a channel update video today, I have not gone full-on wargaming on my channel. I really haven't. tabletop wargaming is kind of fun. It's something I've been passionate about forever, embracing my geekdom. So I've been finding out there's a lot of huge YouTube sites out there dedicated to tabletop wargaming. There's one huge one that I've been binge watching and I've been in communication with. They're up in Vancouver, Canada, and I'm negotiating with them to get them on my channel. I am pitifully small compared to these guys, so I'm trying to make it worth their while to get on. And there is a miniature painter, and she just does amazing work. The way if she wants like a gray color, how she can work it up from a red to everything. And I'm trying to get her to come on the channel because I think it may be fascinating to sit down and talk like painting and being a female in a male dominated like geekdom area. And I think it'd be kind of cool. So it might be something really, really cool for live feeds. I am currently going to talk to a guest tomorrow, and we're going to have the season 3 finale of the No Lag Zone. Don't worry, I'll be back for season 4. I'm just trying to set some things up, and see how it can go and try to do something different for the channel. What we got here? Look, you never know. It's one of the funniest lines ever on The Sopranos, where the FBI, I can't remember his name, but they keep showing up, and he's talking to his his maid, just warrant. Oh my God. You know what? That's interesting. That's an idea. I mean, this is going to sound weird. Some of the YouTubers I'm trying to get involved are from really, really different aspects of the YouTube circle, not just like the beard community. I'm trying to get some knife makers on. I'm trying to get some subscription box companies on. One guy who volunteered, but is afraid he might die. You guys may remember Charlie Arnold when he came to the channel. Got to involve him. He's shipping off to basic training, going to be changing his life. So if I can get this done before then, yeah, Come on, pull up. I hate when I click the wrong button. Not yet, but it is planned for the next miniatures I have on the painting table, because there is there's a troop set I want to do, but it has an alternating color, so I'm going to be using that trick. I always support first responders. I always back the Blues, so don't even worry about that, Chris. If you're going to open my show on a bummer note, you'd go, hey, Baltimore beat Boston, but we know that's not going to happen. And I have to admit, you're making me giggle. Your owners are fighting amongst each other about how much they're paying the team and not being paid. Oh, that's just priceless. Priceless. Oh, yeah, I'm coming back for that. It's just, I want to do something different. There's so many, God, how can I put it? There's so many live feeds out there, and too many people are identical to each other. So I'm trying to do something really, really different. I am. And if I can put together something comical that makes people laugh and have a good time, I want to do that, because I think maybe having like 6 or 7 people on screen crying and cursing everybody out is a lot more comical than me sitting here talking about scammers, even though we can all have a good laugh with scammers, but still. I'm not going to go there. I'm just like, have you seen Dan's latest TikTok where he strips down for the lawnmower? Yeah. See, there you go with that bad word. The N word. Don't use the N word on this channel. That one right there. No. Bad word. No. I love you. Oh, speaking of MREs, my God, I got 2 of them over there. I actually tracked down a pizza MRE and a chicken bowl, I think. I got to shoot videos on those. I'm just like, a pizza MRE? I've got this really bad vision of, remember like when you were in grade school? No, you guys probably don't. I remember when you had like Friday and it was pizza day and you had that little square sheet pizza. I'm imagining something a lot worse than that, like a Totino's square. That's what I'm imagining. Seriously. Whew. No. I'm just not. No. no, 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 no. It's too easy, and I love you. So no, 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 no. But yeah, so I've got those, and I have what I called the pile of shame I've got to get through. Stuff I've gotten in subscription boxes and stuff I've bought that I wanted to review that's been sitting in a pile, or men's grooming stuff that I've used in. Yeah. Whew. I got to get through them all. I really, truly do. But speaking of men's grooming stuff, seeing how Jay released the stuff, guys, this Thursday on the commission, tune in. You're going to want to see this. You really, really are. It's one of the most unique scent profiles and feeling beard I've ever had. I see. That could be interesting. Is it tuna? Is it dog food? Is it cat food? What is it? You don't know until you open it, then you got to eat it. And you see, that's what kills me, is you really wanted those, but we're talking about a U.S. government sheep pizza. Remember, anything that's issued to the military is made by the lowest bidder. So, yeah, no. Hey, that sausage with maple flavor is really, really good, especially after you can scrape the congealed fat out of the little container. Yeah. And Iron Wings is going to understand this. I know you've been rat fucking those MREs, bro. So how are those Skittles? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I can just see that. Boom, there's Lady L. Hi. Well, hey. See, I've just got this bad habit. I've got a handheld ham radio. One that basically you're allowed to legally listen to and program in certain frequencies, like first responders and everything. So I love sitting there listening to that until you hear a phone, I should say, until you hear a call in your apartment complex and you're like, hey, you want to bring the kids indoors now, please? You want to bring them inside, please? See, I like Camden Yards. I'm sorry. You will never, ever make me go, Oriole Park at Camden Yards. I think it's the dumbest fucking name ever. Camden Yards, period. I love the fact with the big building in the back and people bouncing baseballs off it every so often, and it's rare, but when it happens, it's great. I love the feel in that stadium. It's a beautiful stadium. Just gotta... See, I'm wondering if you guys are going to be doing a fire sale and bringing up all those kids that you've been drafting, because your farm system is just amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And I've always said, if you can bring those kids up and just let them play at the major league level and not worry about wins and losses, you're going to turn into a hell of a team. But unfortunately, I think a lot of those are going to go the way of, oh dear God, I can't remember the fucking name of him. You guys had the pitcher who went to the Yankees and still won championships over there, but he was homegrown with you. And I'm like, that's gotta hurt to watch a guy doing really, really good. And yeah, I don't know. You guys are on the cusp of doing something. And see, one of the things I think they should have done is put a plaque or something up there, because from my understanding, basically the Orioles office building is in that building on one of the floors. Other than that, it's empty. I may be wrong. I heard that a while ago, but I'm just saying. There you go. I could remember Mike, but I couldn't. Moose. I could not remember his last name to save my life. The guy who goes into the Hall of Fame with a black hat, and people are getting all pissed off because your brand new catcher is wearing his old number. I'm like, Come on. See, okay. Here's my issue. My huge issue. If you can legally sign that contract at 17, like I did, with parental permission, all right, they literally had to sign government forms that say we give him permission to sign. Things should be a little bit differently, because at 17, you're still developing, you're still doing whatever. You're not I don't want to say mentally there, but you've got a lot more emotional growing to do. The military will make you have that growing up. You should be afforded certain rights and other privileges that your normal teenager does not have. Because if you screw up at 17 in the military, you're screwed twice. Because the military is going to get you, and your state's going to want a piece of you. So, yeah. Just saying. I that whole law about not drinking till you're 21 really doesn't apply in the military. So that still makes me giggle. All right. I don't know. I'm just gonna shut up. Yeah, I really want to see that. I really love Colin. I really do. The way he talks, the way he's passionate about everything. And yeah. And hey, I gotta have something different for those Tuesdays. Like I'm still alive, Mom. you know? See, like I said, I knew it was something, but I couldn't remember what. At one point, I was told the Orioles organization basically was in that top floor and everything else was gone. But that is so cool. It's kind of like in Chicago where you have those guys who used to have a great unobstructed view of the outfield on top of their apartment complex until they put up the big, huge, scoreboard out there. Well, I should say the Titantron, whatever you want to call it. I think that was a great move by Epstein to block those guys and get that revenue into the ballpark, but it's a dick move because, Wrigley is one of the oldest fields out there, and it's one of the things that are so neat and interesting about Chicago that let's go up on the roof, have a party, and watch a baseball game. Yeah, right? I'm just saying, right? Hey, there you go. You guys talk. You guys talk. That's all I'm saying. Are you serious? See, the VA needs an overhaul. I like the fact that Trump signed on the fact that if you can't get help in an emergency room, if you live without a certain point, like my closest real VA hospital is Seattle, and that's 45, 50-minute drive from where I'm at. So if I'm having an incredible asthma attack and my nebulizer isn't working, I've got to go to a hospital and get all kinds of steroid injections and everything else. And I may not make it to Seattle. So I can go to my local ER, get treatment, and they can bill the VA. That is just bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. I'm sorry, bro. Oh, you're preaching to the choir here, Lady Ellie. You really are. That's why I won't lie. Way long ago, I was interested in Bernie Sanders' first campaign because I thought he could take it to Hillary. But with the VA death scandals and all the BS, we're trying to get people out of there, and he was the head of the VA oversight committee at that point. I went, no. Especially when they put a 3-page clean bill up before Congress to vote to be able to fire these asshats and get some shit changed. And frickin' Bernie went, we've got to read the bill. We've got to see what's in it. The 1/10 of the 1%. Done, gone. There needs to be some radical changes. Like those idiots who got fired for their incompetence, sued saying it was unconstitutional, got back pay, got their back bonuses, and got reinstated to their current position. No, thank you. But okay, Chris, got to calm down. Sorry, it's hard to describe. Seriously, it's really, really hard to describe. When you man up, you serve your country, you're promised all these benefits and everything else, then you come to apply for those benefits and they do everything they can to screw you out of them. Oh, yeah. I mean, I am not a huge Cubs fan. Okay, I'm really not, but I think it's there. I got the A&E box set of that, of their whole run through the postseason, just because my ex's mom was a diehard Cubby fan and all the back history and everything else she was teaching me about the Cubs. I got it so I could have that memory of her forever, Yeah, it's one of the things that the military is the best worst job ever in your life. It really truly is. Unless you're a first responder, and Chris, I'm going to give you credit. Okay, I'm going to give you credit. I think your job was a lot tougher than my time in the service. You knew going into work that you were going to see some dumb shit, or some nights, God forbid, it may be quiet. I didn't know what was going to happen every single day I clocked in the military. You knew you were supposed to work certain days, certain hours, but you never knew if the balloon went up, an old saying for war, what was going to happen, or you didn't know who was going to do something stupid in some third world country and you were going to get deployed. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I just wouldn't. But it's weird how vets cling to vets and vets support vets better than anybody else on this planet, because we're used to the government teaching us how to take a loss every day, and we're going, I remember you telling me about that, because and he's a good friend of mine, and I met him because he came on my channel and hung out. So, yeah, that's one of those weird things. But okay, seeing how we're on that topic, we're going to talk about mental health. And you guys know I do this a lot on my channel. All right. I do it because the more you talk about it, the more the stigma gets taken away from it. What do we got? Dude. I would go get one of those Chicago W flags, frame it, and hang it in your house somewhere. I really would. I really, really would. See, you have to be, and it's my channel and I don't care, you have to be a massive fuck up to get a dishonorable discharge. The military will do everything it can to hang on to you, work with you, do everything, get you rehabilitated, everything else. No lie. In my last unit, we had a foreign arms room. It was called the Foreign Material Intelligence Battalion, but it's been redesignated as the 203rd MI many, many moons ago. It may have been redesignated ever since. Its job was to teach people about foreign weapons. Seriously, here's how you take apart a T-72. Hey, here's how you play with Russian AK-47s. There was a guy in that unit who stole so many firearms, piece by piece, they have yet to recover every single one of them. His accomplice in this lied to CID, Criminal Investigative Division, got sent to Leavenworth, and then got sent right back to that unit to finish out his time in the military. And I'm like, you're sending him right back, and they let him re-enlist and reclassify. So you have to be a massive fuck up to get a dishonorable discharge. I get the chain of command can be screwed, okay? The only thing scarier than a brand new private is a brand new second lieutenant. Tell me if I'm wrong, Iron Wings. Come on, tell me if I'm wrong. I remember when they got brand new lieutenants into a unit I was in, the battalion commander would pull in a private or two or a specialist and tell them to sit in the corner. I still remember sitting in the corner as this lieutenant reports in. And the battalion commander looks at him and goes, he knows a lot more than you fucking do, so don't try to be his boss until you've earned that right. And I'm like, you're telling an officer that I'm basically his boss? No, don't do that to Chris. No. No. What we got here? Have a coworker mode done 17. Yep. Hey, you sexy thing. How you doing? Like I said, talking about mental health, it helps remove that stigma. Okay. We all have our bad days. We all really, really do. There are some points you get up in the morning and you're just like, F this, F the world, F that, F this coffee. This isn't working. That's not working. This isn't working. There you go, right there. Yeah. I will giggle about the military. We were the fittest alcoholics on the planet, period. But any drugs, anything? Yeah, no. Oh, come on. You be well, Bobby. Thanks for stopping in, brother. And that's the other thing. That's why I talk about it an awful lot. Because as guys, we are taught suppress your feelings. You cannot be down. You cannot be this. You cannot be that. Don't be a bitch. Don't be a coward. Don't be a wimp. Don't be this. And it gets to you after a while because when you start to eat all your feelings, I've said it before, when you keep stuffing it in that bottle's going to explode. Then what are you going to do? There are so many people out there, so many people that if you just take the time and you talk to them, I'm going to use my buddy Jersey Joe as an example. He gave me a call one night, and you know Joe. If you've ever talked to Joe on the phone, he's going to yell, he's going to scream, he's going to do whatever to get it out. After he was done, I went, "Fuck, took you long enough to do that." And he starts laughing. He's like, "After all that, that's what you say?" But to be there for him and to make him laugh when he's going through that bad thing, that's an important thing because it helps lighten everything, you know? And what do we got here? Brother Tim. Oh, dear God. That's, yeah. It's Fort Lewis. I mean, you got what? Is it second of the 75th Ranger Bat up there, or is it third? Then I know you've got what, 2ID up there? And that's the one thing I think the military never gets right is it's people. I get, see, there was this phrase when I was in Andrew and Iron Wings. You guys may remember it. Mission first, people second. And I get that because I signed my life up for X amount of years and I'm yours 24/7, 365. But there comes a point where you're burning out and you need that downtime. And I'm not talking about like, you know, in my last unit where you're having those debates about is Killian's Red better than Corona? Is Jim Beam better than Jack Daniels? Or when you're over in Korea, which little kitchenette right by the main gate had the best, yakimandu and, ramen and everything else. You need that time where you can sit down and you can decompress. See, I think so because I know the bulk of 2ID is in Korea, but I think second is still at Lewis. Maybe wrong, but it has happened before. Right? Korea, the turtle ditches, the soju tents, and you can eat well for $5 US on the market when you're dead drunk. That's the other thing that makes me giggle. I get the need for CQ. Okay, someone's got to be there to answer the phones because it's the military. Put your alert roster into effect if you need to. All that good stuff. But when you have that duty on a Friday and it cuts your weekend down, or you have that duty on a Saturday and your weekend's screwed, oh man. Oh, cool. Thank you, bro. See, Lady L is awesome. She really, truly is. Now, granted, she was quiet as a church mouse on the commission, but still, we love her to death. But it's that I've been able to call Andrew. Seriously, I've been able to call him and go, look, I need prayer. I need help. I'm losing it right now. He stopped what he was doing and he prayed for me. It's having that moment to do that. I had someone send me a text message the other day telling me he was losing it. He thinks about doing something stupid. So I lost my mind. You guys may remember me talking about this during a live feed going, I can't get a hold of him. I can't do whatever. If he calls, I'm done with this live feed because there we go. Hey, you got my blessing anytime you want to come on. Just tell Jersey Joe, hey, I want on this week. Not this week because we got Jay's Beard Essentials, but, after that, you're loved by all of us. It just, and that's why, like, God, how can I put it? With politics, the pandemic, world events, and everything else, you need to really look out for everybody. Even if it's just, oh, wow, sorry about that. I'm bringing him on the show soon. I really, truly am. I really respect what Nate's doing down there. Dude, I'm sorry. I've been wrapped up in a whole bunch of weird things. I will send you a message. We will set some stuff up. I really need you on my show. Like I said, just with everything that's going on, you never know how your kind words can change somebody's day. You never know how that can change that whole outlook, you know? And that's what's really, really important is because, like I've said a lot, and Ellie's even said as well, it's okay not to be okay. But it's not okay to take that out on other people. And I'm sorry, that's the only way I can phrase it. If you're having a bad day and you think you can call someone any name under the book, there'll be payback for that. You know? I just, whew. And yeah, speaking of the Air Force being here, all my Army bros in the chat, everything else, happy birthday, guys. The Army doesn't look a day over 150, does it? Happy Flag Day, and, well, happy birthday to 45. That's all I'm going to say. What a weird day with things stocked up, huh? I just, yeah. And yeah, I just got to pull that back up. Air Force chow halls. Oh, my God. You some spoiled-ass people. I loved my time on Fort Meade because the mess hall was run by the Air Force. Woo, baby. That was so interesting. Leaving your trays on the table, they come by and bust them off for you. The barracks had functioning air conditioning with 24-hour support, hot water for days. Oh, my God. Now I know why you went Air Force. Just saying. Just saying. But yeah, so it's, God, how can I put it? You got to be good to yourselves and other people, you know? Shaky, brother, you know I'm here for you, okay? I'm so proud of you for getting help. You know, get a hold of me. I'll be there for you. Seriously, I will be there for you. I love you, brother. You're awesome. We need you around, bro. Seriously. You got my prayers. Whatever you need, you let me know, bro. I'm just saying. Whew. Just saying. Okay. Not till they're green. I'm sorry. I just getting that scoop of greenish, bluish looking eggs. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Or the soup that's been sitting around so long it's congealing on the top. Yeah. Hey, Rush Young. I know you'll get. I know you will, Shaky. I know you well enough to know you will do whatever the fuck you've got to do, bro. But you're not in this alone. Please remember that. You are not alone. I love Ron Deliberately Bearded. I hate when he goes into hiding because he's not feeling well, because he doesn't want to burden people with his problems. You guys are not a burden. You guys are good people. You guys need help. We're here to help, you know? Did that page get shut down on Facebook? See, I can't find awesome shit my drill sergeant says anymore. I can't find U.S. Army what the fuck moments anymore because some of those were really, really good. Some of those I just looked at and went, huh? You got to be kidding me. Like, that's why I love Angry Cops when he calls out crap in the military. Oh my God. If you guys have never checked out his channel, if you've been in the military, seriously, go look up Angry Cops on YouTube. That's his name, Angry Cops. He is in Buffalo. He is a current police officer out there. He is, I think, a reservist who has put in a lot of time as a drill sergeant. You've got to check his channel out. If you want some good, incredible humor, yeah. See, that's the funny part. I couldn't really do cigarettes because of my asthma, but every so often I can do a really, really good cigar and it doesn't affect me. But yeah, I see, for me, it was a bag of Skittles and a Dr. Pepper. That's how I got ready for PT in the morning. Chug the Dr. Pepper, chug the bag of Skittles. Yeah. See, we're here for you, bro. And Rush Young is perfect. Perfect. Sweet. I'm going to have to go make sure For some reason, the algorithm didn't unlike me or anything like that. Yeah. But it's the way he does it. It's the way he does it that is so priceless. Like, somewhere, I don't know, can you see the green? And I know it's a bunch of black for Johnny Slicks, but this green over here, that's this whole Crack House t-shirt and Make Drill Sergeants Great Again, bring back corrective training. Because I still love when he calls out the military and when he calls out leadership and he calls out problems. Oh, it really makes me miss the old military. Because his latest video that I saw where that female was cussing out the entire unit in a gym and yelling and screaming at people. In my day, if that had happened, you would not have made it out of the gym. It'd have been, Sergeant, what happened? He fell. He tripped down the stairs. I'm just saying. And what kills me is it's not against the law. Anyone can put on a uniform and go, you know, I was a member of SEAL Team 92. I was a door gunner on the Space Shuttle Apollo. And they can do that. But what kills me is until they start forging documents, then it's a problem. But for them to sit there and go, oh, I served. Oh, yeah, dude, I was on SEAL Team 6. I helped take down bin Laden. Give me a break. Right? Seriously, right? Dude. I know nothing's going to happen to her because, well, I am a photo negative of her. Nothing will happen. But in my day, you were done. There was no playing that race card BS. You were done. I just... The one that still tripped me out was the idiot kid he called out for going back to his basic training unit to sell vapes. Ooh. Mm. You've been coming to with a pen, a skill craft in your hand, leaning on a desk going, yep. Yeah, some of them really, really pissed me off. Like when there was that really, Johnny something, I can't remember. Real big fat dude. Really, really big fat dude. Oh, that reminds me. I got to tell you this story. Really, really big fat guy was bragging about how he was going to put on his little outfit that he bought at the Army Navy store, and he was going to go get him free meals all over town and laugh in veterans' faces. I'm like, don't do it to the wrong vet, because you could be picking your teeth up off the floor. I've still got this, even though I didn't serve with the digital camo time. That was after my time, but it was the current uniform at that point. And back over here, I've got some of my stuff. Except that's seriously, it's a Whoopee sweatshirt. I've got one. I've got a multicam Whoopee sweatshirt. Not a problem. When you go into the service, you have a job. All right. In the Army, it was called like your MOS, your military occupational specialty. That was your job. If you're infantry, it was 11 Bravo. For me, I went in to do computers. I was a 74 Delta. Medical is usually like 91 series. Now, granted, that was way back in the 80s, right? So shit has changed massively. So your job, your career, your everything, that's your story. There are a lot of people who will see movies and they will go out and they will go through an Army Navy store. They'll go to surplus stores. They'll get through military online purchases to buy place. There's a lot of them out there, okay? They will build a uniform. And then they'll just kind of show up at events with stuff all screwed up and talking these worst stories. I've never met a stolen valor dude who has ever claimed, yeah, I was supply. Yeah, I went 8 years, I was supply, and I actually had to, get out. Why? Because, well, I had a bad problem. Everybody who does the stolen valor bullshit is leading firefights with the Rangers. Oh my God, we went hand to hand in Fallujah. I lost most of my unit, but I was able to drag a couple people out, lying their asses off. Oh, yeah, I was EOD. Oh, I was so good. I blew up these guys over here and they didn't even know I was in the area. Sure. Sure. And yeah, Andrew breaks it down a little bit easier. You're trying to get free shit, you know? And that's the funny part is their uniforms are usually so jacked up to people who know. Like there was one guy in the Tacoma Mall who got caught claiming he was a ranger and his patches were all jacked up, and he's getting called out by rangers who are currently there. I'm like, whoo, yeah, yes, it does. But we're gonna switch topics. We're gonna give you a little bit of humor, and then I gotta go be a dad. Sorry, it's how can I put it? It's my last week of absolute freedom before that horrible, horrible summer event starts, and I have my kids all the time. So you'll expect to see some funny step parent vlogs. But I guess I missed all the fun yesterday in my apartment complex. In a way, yes. But what's really bad is you can go to jail for claiming you're a doctor, but you really can't for saying I was on SEAL Team 32 and I led the fight against bin Laden. But still. So, taking my kids, we're talking about that because he was a little uncomfortable last time because he feels nervous because he doesn't want to screw up. And speaking of monkey, he was very happy to rub it in my face this morning. I guess the WHO is saying we can't call it monkeypox anymore because that's racist. So I gotta give him credit. He was smart enough to throw that in my face and turn around, ha ha, Dad, ha ha. Thank you. Yep. So like I said, I guess I missed the fun. All right. Now I saw this lady. We have like my little apartment building's right here, and there's one that's over here. Well, about right here is a problem child. Okay. Every day she's doing like 8 loads of laundry, which is no big deal. Okay. No big deal. Yesterday, I'm trying to figure out the right words. A behemoth of a person was walking to the laundry room with her. And my first thought was, wow. Then I didn't pay it any more mind because I went back to painting miniatures and doing some other stuff. Ellie, that is so true. Oh, Jesus, that is so true. But here's the part I missed. I guess she had multiple wants and warrants on her ass, the big woman. And my town's police department showed up 6 cars deep to get her. Now, Chris, if you're still in here, I understand B-More is a little different, and your area is a little different, bro. 6 cars deep for one female. You know there's problems. You know there's mass amount of problems. So from my understanding, I even talked to the apartment manager, and the funny part is where I'm at, there's a Facebook page called Skagit Breaking that details arrest warrants and everything else. While they were putting the cuffs on her, she turned around and started assaulting the police officers, which you just don't do that. So I get you're a big woman. You may be able to take 1 or 2 of them with you, but you're going to go down with 6 of them. Now, here's the part that made me go, oh, dear God, seriously? When the cops put hands on, she started screaming at the top of her lungs, "You can't touch me, I'm pregnant." Now, let's process this for a second. It's okay for you to attack the cop, put hands on the cop being pregnant. That's perfectly fine. But when they put hands on you, it's a violation of your rights and you're pregnant. I'm like, what? What? I just damn. Would they be calling you chef? Or is that just for like one person in the kitchen? I just, yeah. Always defer to sir or ma'am. Always, even when you don't know the rank. Woo! Because if you don't, and don't go sharp. Yeah, because they're gonna give you that line about you think I'm a dead fish on the bottom of the ocean. Oh my god! But I heard about that. Had to do some digging, and yeah. I just I get, all right, when you have multiple counts of assaulting officers, it's going to show up. Hey, we're going to get this person. There's the rap sheet. All right. Got a great friend down in Portland. Last time he got arrested, there were 6 cops there. I went, you're an angry little boy, ain't you? The cops were like, he was wild. I'm like, guys, I get it. There he is. Have fun. But you're pregnant and you're attacking law enforcement? Why? Why? Oh my God. Okay. That's what I said, because I was wondering if to call you Chef, because his YouTube channel is Super Steel Steve, but Steve Kalari, he's a head chef, so I always defer when I'm talking to him as calling him Chef. It tickles him a little bit, and I'm like, hey, Chef. Okay, Chef. See, every time I see ma'am, I just think of that person in GameStop losing their mind. But I think you guys know. See, I have always been that way. And it's something that I've talked to Monkey about, because in light of certain events that are going on, I'm like, you better not be one. And he looks at me, he goes, yeah, I know, Dad, I know. The cops better kill me or you're going to. Like, exactly. But we are at that fun point, guys. Unfortunately, I got to shut this fun down. I really appreciate you guys coming in here tonight and giving me your love and your laughter and everything. Do me a favor and be a bright spot in somebody's life. All right? You never know what people are suffering with. If you can just, like tonight for Shaky, when he came in and he confessed he's going through stuff, and we were able to help lift him up, help lift people up. There are way too many people in this world who just want to do harm because they think it's freaking comical. And we need less of that. We need more people who are willing to stand in the gap and go, I got you. Let's help lift you up. Let's help get you going. And I'm going to throw out my usual challenge that I do at the very, very end. Call 3 people this week. Just 3. Can't do 3, do 2. Can't do 2. Yeah, there we go. Right finger. Do 1, Uh-oh. I hope he said nice things. I wanted to catch that, but I missed it. I'm really upset. Seriously. So I hope you said nice things, James. I consider him a great friend, Exactly. It takes guts to acknowledge you're not okay. Like I said, call 3 people and just see how they're doing and have the courage to listen. Have the courage to listen. Bill, like I said, I've got videos I shot today. You are mentioned in there with the 8-ball. I think you're going to like this combination, bro. I really, truly do. The River's Revenge is still there, but now we got an 8-ball. But guys, I appreciate all of you. If I think I did it right tomorrow, my video is racking that sizer. Basically means taking it out of one container into another in the process to get that done and do it all clean and beautiful and everything else. So, yeah. But on that note, guys, I'm not even going to roll with a little outro. I really appreciate all of you showing up tonight, and it's been a fun hour. I didn't think I'd make it this long. I thought nobody would show, but still, I love you guys. We'll see you on our next video.